this episode, we will discuss the mother of all battles of Lok Sabha 2024, the battle for Delhi. Delhi, of course, is no stranger to politics, history, conspiracy, coalitions, alliances, and of course, fast-paced movement in the realm of politics. It has seen it from the time of the Mahabharata to the Mughals, and of course, the 1857 uprising and freedom struggle, and then it has also seen prominent pockets of influence of Jan Sangh. It has remained under the Congress party for over 15 years, and then of course in the last 10 years it has very loyally voted for Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister in the Lok Sabha elections, but has chosen Aam Aadmi Party in the assembly polls, which is why this time the Lok Sabha elections of 2024 in all 7 seats of Delhi becomes all the more interesting. Why? I will tell you in a bit, but for that we'll have to understand why is it different this time. Since 2013, the city, the capital, has been seeing some sorts of a triangular contest in every Lok Sabha and assembly elections of Delhi. This time, there is no triangular contest. It is BJP on one side fighting on all 7 seats, and on the other side, there is the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party combined, the India bloc. So for the first time in the last 1 decade, this is a direct face-off between the Congress party and the Aam Aadmi Party versus the BJP. So that is going to be important. There's no triangular contest this time. Aam Aadmi Party is contesting on 4 seats and the Congress party is contesting on 3 seats, which include Chandni Chowk, which is the traders hub, and then of course Northwest Delhi, a constituency that's reserved for SC community, and also Northeast Delhi. Now, what is the past electoral history of Delhi? That is something that is important to understand why Delhi becomes all the more important, despite the fact that it has only 7 seats. Now, it is a union territory that has a large number of seats. Proportionally, it has 7 seats. Chandni Chowk is, of course, the smallest. New Delhi constituency is one of the oldest constituencies in the country. It was it came about just years after independence, so that's also a high-profile constituency which has seen important leaders like L.K. Advani contest from. Delhi has seen electoral defeats in the past, 2 shock defeats, including that of not just Sheila Dikshit but also someone like Manmohan Singh. So this is a city that is known to salute the rising leader. It's a city that basically votes for the party that eventually forms the government at the center. More or less, this has also been broken a couple of times, at least 2 or 3 times, but largely Delhi is a mirror to how the country in general votes, which is why Delhi becomes all the more important. In the past, of course, in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, BJP had over 50% vote share in each of the 7 Lok Sabha seats. In fact, it had the highest vote share in the Northwest constituency, which is reserved for the SC community. It had the lowest vote share, which was also quite a lot, 52% in Chandni Chowk. And in the assembly elections, of course, the situation is very different, because if you look at just months after the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, in February 2020, what happened was that the Aam Aadmi Party won 62 of the 70 seats and it had a 53.5% vote share. In 2014, it in fact won more seats with almost 67 seats, leaving just about 3 for the BJP. The Congress has been on a state of decline. Even its vote share numbers have not been painting a good picture, an inspiring picture for the party, for the grand old party, a party that has ruled the city of Delhi for over 15 years. The Aam Aadmi Party contested its first election in 2013, and that was the debut of Arvind Kejriwal. He became the Chief Minister of Delhi, and the Aam Aadmi Party recorded a vote share of 30% in 2013. But if you look at its vote share in 2020, it was almost 54%. So of course, Aam Aadmi Party has grown at the cost of the Congress party, which is why when this alliance was taking place, several Congress leaders were not in interest of the alliance, because they felt that it would harm their party, which is why we also saw leaders such as Harvinder Singh Lavli leave the party and join the BJP. We've also seen people like Sandeep Dikshit talk openly against the concept of alliances. But of course, that is happening, and Rahul Gandhi, while campaigning in Chandni Chowk as part of election campaign, has said that this is the first time he will be voting for the Aam Aadmi Party, whereas Arvind Kejriwal will be voting for the Congress Party. So there is a lot of attempt by some leaders in the party to have the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress work in complete tandem and with a lot of synergy to ensure that the BJP does not score a hat-trick this time. But like I told you, the BJP has enough of a cushion, which is why the contest seems to be taking place only in 2 or 3 seats. We will come to that in a bit. Let me tell you a little bit about why the Congress's vote share also declined. If you look at the numbers, the Congress vote share declined from 40% to just 4% in the last few years, and even the smaller parties like BSP, RJD, JDU, and even some independents which who used to contest in Delhi at some point, their vote share has also declined from almost 24% to 4%, which is why it has Delhi has become more or less about 3 major parties, and actually about 2 major parties, Aam Aadmi Party and of course the BJP. But let me also tell you that in 2019 the Congress party came second in 5 of the 7 seats. Only in 2 constituencies, which is basically Northwest Delhi and in South Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party was the runner-up. Of course, Dalit, Muslims and Sikhs count for a significant population of Delhi. In fact, in Northeast Delhi, the proportion of Muslims is quite significant. That has the highest proportion of Muslim voters, and this is also the first time that Northeast Delhi will vote after it saw horrific riots of 2020, which happened after large-scale anti-CAA and anti-NRC protests were held across the country, and those riots also saw over 53 people losing their lives. So this is the first time Northeast Delhi will vote. Elections will be held in Delhi after the violence that took place. Now look at some key contests there. Northeast Delhi, of course, is the most high-profile constituency. It has Kanhaiya Kumar on one side. He is this high-profile Jawaharlal Nehru University, JNU, SU, former student leader. He is contesting his electorally for the second time. In 2019, he contested against Giriraj Singh, a senior minister in the Modi cabinet from Begusarai, which is his hometown. He, of course, lost, and this time he's contesting from the Congress party. He's joined the Congress party. He was part of the CPI earlier. And we all remember him from the JNU, from the JNU episode where he was also jailed. But now he is part of the Congress party. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal has held a roadshow 4 days ago in his support. There were problems. There were opposition from Congress leaders themselves on his candidature. But of course, that seems to have been put under control now. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. He is from Bihar, as does Manoj Tiwari, the only candidate of the BJP who has managed to get refielded by the party, which is a big thing. Manoj Tiwari was seen as this giant killer because he defeated Sheila Dikshit, seen as this powerful chief minister of the Congress party. And Manoj Tiwari is also a Bhojpuri singer. He won with a huge margin. He has been refielded. This is a constituency that borders Uttar Pradesh's Baghpat and Ghaziabad. It also has a significant Muslim population. Another high-profile constituency, of course, is the New Delhi constituency, which, like I told you, is one of the oldest constituencies. This is where we see a fight of lawyers. Somnath Bharti, who is an MLA from the Aam Aadmi Party, an experienced politician, but who has also seen his share of controversies, including allegations of domestic violence. He is contesting against BJP's Bansuri Swaraj, the daughter of late Sushma Swaraj. She is also a lawyer. She's been part of the BJP's legal cell. That seat is also going to be keenly watched. Remember that New Delhi constituency also has a high number of not just officials but also army personnel, which is why it becomes all the more interesting. Chandni Chowk is, of course, the smallest of New Delhi's 7 constituencies. It will see a battle between BJP's Praveen Khandelwal, somebody who has headed the Confederation of Indian Industries, somebody, he's very popular among traders, but he's also part of the GST panel. He has spoken out against dangers of foreign commerce, and he's spoken in interest of Indian traders. He is contesting against JP Agarwal, seen as a very seasoned politician who has won this seat at least 2 times in the past. He's a senior person, almost 80 years old, and he is somebody who is, of course, Chandni Chowk is also seen as a place that has not just the influence of Congress but also Jan Sangh since many decades. So it is seen as a constituency that has a lot of political engagement of voters, which is why this constituency is also being seen with a lot of excitement. Of course, West Delhi, a new constituency comparatively, is also being keenly watched. Here, Kamaljeet Sehrawat is contesting against Mabal Mishra. And Kamaljeet Sehrawat has been a councillor and mayor with the BJP, and the BJP has replaced Pravesh Verma, the son of Saib Singh Verma, a prominent BJP leader from Delhi. And Pravesh Verma had actually won with a huge constituency. He was seen as the jarred face of Delhi BJP, but he was not given a ticket, and Kamaljeet Sehrawat was given a ticket, and she is a female face now, and she's contesting against Mabal Mishra. Mabal Mishra is a seasoned politician who used to be with the Congress party. He has been an MLA, has been an MP, and he is contesting from Aam Aadmi Party this time. So that is another seat that people will be keenly watching. There are of course other seats such as Northwest Delhi, which is a reserved constituency. Hans won last time. He of course has not been given a ticket this time. Yogendra Chandolia is the BJP candidate from Northwest Delhi, and he is contesting against Udit Kumar, who is an MLA. And then in South Delhi, which has a lot of posh colonies and often represents a very sad and dismal voting percentages. In fact, in 2004, South Delhi voted just the voting percentage was just 40%. In fact, only in 2014 the voting actually went above 60. Otherwise, it has always remained very bad. So there's special focus on South Delhi this time, and we've seen voting percentages across urban centers of India coming down. So special focus on South Delhi. In South Delhi, Ramesh Biduri, an MP who was often found in trouble because of his offensive speeches, especially the infamous one that he delivered in the new parliament. He has not been given a ticket this time. He's been dropped. And Rambir Biduri, somebody who is a known face in South Delhi, someone he was the only BJP BJP MLA to actually win from his assembly constituency earlier. He is fighting against Sairam Pehelwan, and Mr. Pehelwan is also the BJP's, has been the Aam Aadmi Party's MLA from Tughlakabad. So that is going to be an interesting contest. But of course, the focus is also on increasing the voter percentages. So these are some of the interesting contests. But if you look at this, the key issues that were brought about during the course of the campaign, well, it started with Aam Aadmi Party Supremo Arvind Kejriwal's arrest on the 21st of March on the allegations that he was involved in money laundering associated with the excise policy case. Now, the excise policy has been scrapped, but it has seen several Aam Aadmi Party leaders and ministers go to jail. He of course is out on interim bail. The court has given him bail to campaign till the 1st of June. He's going to campaign. He's campaigning not just for Delhi but also for Haryana and Punjab, which is where the party is contesting in all 22 Lok Sabha seats. Mr. Kejriwal has come out, and that has been a shot in the arm for the Aam Aadmi Party. And the Aam Aadmi Party has made his arrest the central point of its campaign. In fact, as part of its campaign, jail ka jawab vote say it has been requesting people, it has been appealing to people to vote for democracy, for constitutional values, and to protect the ethos of India. On the other hand, the BJP has been very confidently talking about Modi guarantees. The Prime Minister himself held rallies in Dwarka and also in Northeast Delhi, and the Prime Minister talked about not having any heir or any family members. He said that he was committed to the benefit of Indians throughout his life. In fact, he lashed out at the Congress party and the Aam Aadmi Party for not just the excise policy but also the National Herald case. He said that the Congress party that has ruled Delhi for 4 generations does not even have the capacity to vote to contest on at least 4 seats. He also said that the Aam Aadmi Party was looting the people of Delhi, and that he alleged that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is also, experienced at ensuring that there is no proof left of his wrongdoing. So, of course, there's a lot of back and forth that's going on, even as the Swati Maliwal episode has become quite interesting and sort of explosive, because she has been somebody who's been with the Aam Aadmi Party, especially associated with Arvind Kejriwal for many years, and she has come out and alleged that Vibhav Kumar, the PS of Arvind Kejriwal, had physically assaulted her. Aam Aadmi Party has also refuted this, but BJP is making it about gender justice and saying that Aam Aadmi Party is not really nice to women, and that is why people should be voting for the BJP. But remember, there are 2 sets of beneficiaries here, and there is a lot of overlap between them. BJP has been focusing on its promises delivered and the delivery in the last 10 years, including housing, including toilets, and of course the Swanidhi Yojana, which specifically benefits vendors. The Prime Minister has been talking about how Centre has been giving out not just e-vehicles and e-rickshaws but also buses. It has been focusing on the infrastructure of Delhi. There is also another Labharti base that focuses, that benefits out of Arvind Kejriwal's Bijli and of course free electricity scheme, and also his Mohalla clinics where he talks about chikitsa, free treatment to people. He has also promised 1,000 rupees to women, if the party sort of wins seats. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party has never won a Lok Sabha seat, so this is the first time it is hoping to win one while in alliance with the Congress Party. So it remains to be seen if the Congress Party and the Aam Aadmi Party alliance works on ground. Remember, a lot of Congress workers, Congress leaders were not in interest of this alliance. So it will be interesting to see if that really works, and if the BJP manages to score a hat trick yet again, and of course what happens to the Congress Party that is focusing on making a comeback. The most important thing, of course, is that will Delhi vote differently from what it did in 2014 and 2019?